Amara had always been the obedient daughter. Her father was a respected businessman. So when he suggested an arranged marriage with the daughter of his close friend, she didn't argue. Love, she told herself, wasn't something people like her could afford to chase. Stability, loyalty, and family duty came first. So when she was introduced to Leena, the woman she was supposed to marry, Amara braced herself for politeness, awkward dinners, and a lifetime of compromise. She didn't expect her bride to look at her with sharp, curious eyes that seemed to read her soul. Leena had no plans of being quiet about her feelings. She wasn't opposed to marriage, but she hated the idea of being trapped in something that didn't feel real. Let's be clear. She told Amara the first night they sat down together, sipping tea across a silent table. If this is just about making our fathers happy, I'll play along. But I'm not here to be anyone's trophy. Amara's lips twitched halfway to a smile. Good, because I don't want to be anyone's ornament either. That was the start of fragile truce, bound by duty, but softened by honesty. The wedding was beautiful, but restrained. Neither of them wore the wide smiles expected of brides. Instead, they shared small glances, measuring, cautious, almost curious. Everyone clapped and celebrated, but inside, both women wondered if they were stepping into a cage or a doorway. The first weeks were awkward. Their new home felt too big. The silence too loud. Amara buried herself in her work while Leena filled her evenings with books and long walks. They barely spoke except at dinner, where conversation stayed safe and shallow. But one rainy evening, everything changed. Amara came home drenched, frustrated after a long day. Leena was in the kitchen, hair tied back, struggling to cook. The smoke alarm had already gone off, and the curry smelled burnt. When she saw Amara in the doorway, she threw her hands up and laughed. Don't judge me. I was trying to surprise you, but clearly the stove hates me. Amara, tired as she was, burst out laughing too. It was the first time she had seen Leena's carefree side. The way her eyes crinkled, the way her laughter filled the empty house with warmth. Something shifted that night. Dinner was half burnt, but they ate it together at the kitchen counter, shoulders brushing, laughter replacing silence. And for the first time, Amara thought, maybe this marriage doesn't have to be just duty. Days turned into weeks, and their fragile bond deepened. They started talking, really talking, about their dreams, their fears, the pressure of family expectations. Amara admitted she had never allowed herself to want love, and Leena confessed she was terrified of giving her heart away only to be disappointed. Slowly, they learned each other's rhythms. Amara brewed tea the way Leena liked, extra cardamom, less sugar. Leena left little notes in Amara's files before work, small reminders like don't forget to eat, or you're stronger than you think. One night, after a particularly exhausting day, Amara found Leena waiting on the balcony, wrapped in a shawl. Do you ever think we got lucky? Leena asked softly, staring at the city lights. Amara tilted her head. Lucky? In an arranged marriage? Leena turned to her, a faint smile on her lips. Yes, because somehow it feels like I didn't just marry for our fathers. I married someone who sees me. Amara's heart stuttered. She reached for Leena's hand, hesitantly at first, then with quiet certainty. I see you, she whispered. From that moment, love wasn't something they stumbled into. It was something they built, brick by brick. Of course, there were challenges. People expected perfection, but they argued over silly things, like Leena's habit of leaving books everywhere or Amara's tendency to bury herself in work. Yet every fight ended the same way, with honesty, apologies, and the growing realization that they didn't want to lose each other. Months later, when their families gathered again, everyone noticed the difference. The shy, distant brides had transformed. Now they laughed together, finished each other's sentences, and held hands openly. It was no longer about duty. It was no longer about two families merging businesses. It was about two women who were thrown together by tradition and who discovered something far more powerful than expectation: love, real, undeniable, once-in-a-lifetime love. And for Amara and Leena, that was enough. They say arranged marriages are about duty, about families, about forging alliances. But sometimes, just sometimes, they're about something more. They're about two souls recognizing each other amidst societal pressures, two hearts beating in unison despite the chaos around them. Amara and Leena's story isn't a fairy tale. It's more real than that. It's about the everyday magic that happens when two people decide to build something beautiful out of the cards they were dealt. It's a reminder that love can blossom in the most unexpected places, and that sometimes all it needs is a little honesty and a whole lot of courage. Their journey began with small steps, a shared glance, a hesitant smile, a quiet conversation. These moments, so ordinary yet so significant, laid the foundation for what was to come. Like seeds planted in fertile soil, their feelings grew, nurtured by the warmth of human connection and understanding. But their story isn't just about the couple, it's also about those who played a part in their lives. The families, the friends, the well-wishers, they all contribute to the rich tapestry of this tale. Each interaction, each gesture, whether intended to help or hinder, adds another thread to the fabric of their lives. As Amara and Leena navigate the complexities of their emotions, they're not alone. They lean on each other, offering support, understanding, and unwavering companionship. Their bond deepens with each passing day, evolving into something profound and enduring. In the grand scheme of things, their love story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the power of connection, and the triumph of love over adversity. It's a reminder that love isn't always easy, but it's always worth fighting for. And as their journey continues, one thing becomes clear: Amara and Leena's story is far from over. There will be more challenges, more triumphs, and more moments that test their love. But as long as they hold on to each other, they can face anything together. So let's raise a glass to Amara and Leena, two women who dared to love each other against all odds, proving that sometimes arranged marriages aren't just about duty, but about discovering a love that was meant to be. If you enjoyed this story, please give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Your support means the world to us. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on any of our stories. Thank you for watching and see you next time.